Morning all. Onwards and upwards straight away really. Nothing to complain about much. Me not complaining, can you believe it? Anyway, Richard Osborne Brooks, the 78-year-old pensioner, stabbed a burglar to death. Good luck to him. Good news. And the Met Police acting instantly. Of course they arrested him initially, but he was released quickly, and good luck to him. But now what are the Met doing? Because his family, the burglar's family that is, are hanging flowers opposite Richard's house. And why hasn't he got the police ripping them down? Because it's conduct likely to cause a breach of the peace, and they have a power of arrest, which they may have forgotten. So rip them down and stop them inciting and threatening him. Is it asking too much? The man's a hero. As well as being a hero, is a man of my own heart. Look at that, pint of Guinness in each hand. What more could you ask for? Why is Corbyn always prattling on? Well, not so much now he's gone total communist again and talking to Moscow, but up to then he was going on about the NHS and all its problems. Why does he never mention that the biggest killer in this country is obesity? 135,000 people a year die of cancer from obesity, and then of course the remainder are just fat and die. Can it have anything to do with this lot, his leading characters? Well, here's a couple. Look at those. And there's more. Here they come. Still more. When's it going to end? Can you believe it? Lancashire Police, have they got staff shortages or what? 50 officers yesterday attacked a gang of fracking demonstrators who in the main were pensioners sitting and knitting and singing. And they called it a proportionate response. 50 officers. They can't even man the streets to stop the stabbings, the shootings and everything up and down the country. And yet Lancashire Police can waste such manpower. And then to add to that, last September Yorkshire Police did the same thing. Now how can they claim to be shorter men and then put up with pantomimes like this? Why don't they get on with fighting crime? They do this because it's easier. Half the men are about 5'8", frightened to death, won't go out unless they're in threes. So what do? They take the easy option, beat up a load of pensioners or a few beggars. Get on with the job you paid for. Amber Rudd think we're all bloody stupid. Hey, hiding behind another vendetta now. What's she going to do? She's going to take on the music industry about violent videos. Well done, Amber. And she's going to make the Teddy Boy law on flick knives of a million years ago updated. And what will that do? Nothing. And she's stopping automatic weapons at gun clubs. Well, they're honest people with firearm certificates using those, not the villains on the streets. Why doesn't she recognise the fact, and she's saying it, that it's not down to reduced numbers or the shootings and stabbings on the streets, it's down to leadership of the police, the people she's put in charge, and the fact that they have no experience of real police work. If they put real policemen on the job, men who are not frightened to go on raids and search houses and stop people in the streets and search them for knives, what chance have we got? She's just frightened to do a job. She allows senior officers in the police to be frightened as well, because of course it's a chain of command and nobody can rely on any support from the top. She must get a grip. Amber, you're wearing out and you're hiding behind all this crap. Well, withholding evidence in rape trials, for example, has come into a head despite Amber trying to ignore the fact that the entire police force is totally bent and corrupt when it comes to dealing with evidence. Anyway, the DPP has had to fall on her sword. I think she was pushed rather than fell. And it may improve. Surrey and Met Police are doing their own investigations, but why aren't the rest of the forces throughout the UK trying to establish the fact that they have got several people, perhaps many people, in prison based on fabricated evidence? He's aptly named, isn't he? Lord Judge, a judge. Good grief. Anyway, he sees the point that, let me just read this, the justice system had been severely damaged in the eyes of the public due to the failings. Goodness gracious me. And then the CPS chiefs admit the move to review rape cases is to help heal public confidence in the judicial system. What confidence? There's never been any. Why don't they do the job properly and fairly? They can't because it's a culture. It's been in the police for years and years, and as you may know, I've written a few books on the subject, and the titles follow. Like I say, people are sat in prison who have been what's known in the police as cocked up. They're being cocked up to the point that they're now serving years and years on evidence fabricated just to get a conviction. And you know, you're not suitable for parole unless you admit your offence. Why should you admit it if you haven't done it? The whole system is corrupt and needs reviewing. Now remember, character is destiny. Give your best and all will be well. Come on, Amber, look on the bright side. Can't go on forever.